Hey folks, it's dinner time. I didn't see Scruffy, so I went out there, checked his kennel to see what his water cup looked like, and it was empty. So as I was getting the cup out, I saw Scruffy. He was hiding kind of at the corner there, and he was looking at me. So yeah, I'm not sure why he isn't in plain sight. So I saw him earlier today. So he was on the rocks again this morning, and then around lunchtime, he was hiding again, but I could see him in a reflection on a window. So he was staying out of sight, but I knew he was on the deck. So I decided to not feed him lunch just because our lunches have been going badly, and I think he has too much food. So I think that's one of the reasons he doesn't make himself visible. Only when he's hungry does he become visible. So I'm a little concerned. Yeah, he managed to find something else to eat since he was hiding around the corner at dinner time. So I put water in his kennel, so I think he's checking it out. He can't smell the food because there's no food there. So it's just water, so I don't know if he's going to explore the kennel or not. So my neighbors have come to the rescue, and they have provided me with about, I think, 12 cans of cat food. So they're about 3-ounce cans, roughly. I think they're actually a little less than that. Since I didn't give him that much to eat last night, but it still took him like 11 minutes to actually eat it, because I also mix it with kibble. I'm thinking maybe I will cut the portions, and maybe that will get him to come be more visible in future nights. Because yeah, he's been very skittish, and he doesn't seem to want to come. So anyway, thanks to my neighbors, he gets a reprieve. So I was thinking about ending this project with my last can of cat food, but he's been granted a stay of execution. So aren't you lucky, Scruffy? So anyway, it's really cold, and the door is open right now, and I still don't have a working furnace. So I am going to finish preparing his food, and I think I'm going to close this door too. So I'm going to be right back. Okay, folks, I'm back. So I'm using the chicken and egg. I think it was called tiki. So I smelled it, and it actually smells just like the chunk chicken that I get in the human canned chunk chicken that I buy at Costco. So it smells like human food. So I don't know if he's going to go for it. Doesn't smell like the very pungent cat food that I've been giving him. So I came here, and rather than coming to the door, he moved back a couple steps. So I don't know what his deal is. So I'm really cold, and I'm letting in all cold air here. So I think I'm just going to move out to the chair outside and wait for him. And I won't, at least I'll try to keep the house warm. So I'm going to be right back. Okay, folks, so I'm outside sitting in the chair. Food's next to me, and I got the glove and brush on. So we're going to try this like we did a couple nights ago. Scruffy stepped back even further, so I'm not optimistic. And it's cold. It's colder today. So let's see, I went on a bike ride early this afternoon. But yeah, I had to wear much warmer clothes than I normally do. So it was burdened down by much heavier clothes on the ride today, and I'm not a big fan of heavy clothes and exercise because one, it weighs you down, and two, your sweat collects and then makes it even colder. I saw some deer. I think I saw 7 different deer in different parts of the trails. I was very surprised. Particularly like one of the trails, it's kind of an exposed mountainside, so a lot of sunlight, not a lot of plants, and so I was surprised the deer were out there. I think just because, it's so close to winter that food's probably becoming scarce, and the deers are becoming more brave looking for food. It's something that Scruffy here needs to learn. How to be brave. I saw no baby deer, but there were a couple young-looking deer, so they weren't full size. So anyway, I gave him the standard amount of kibble today, plus half a can of the cat food, or white cat food. So instead of the full can. So he's still getting a full single meal portion plus another, I'd say, half meal portion. So usually when I do this, I guess it'd be 2 portions. So maybe that's why he's not hungry. Though I assume that would be like enough for a cat for the full day, so he'd be hungry. And then it's still, I think, only half of the normal cat. So I'm still measuring in barn cat scenarios, but maybe he's getting a lot of food on the side. Maybe there's a lot of mice roaming around right now in the cold. I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't seem very enthusiastic about this cat food. So yeah, he's getting picky because I think my neighbor said this is pretty good quality cat food, and their cat's really picky. So I guess their cat didn't like it. But it actually smells reasonable. It smells like human food. It smells like something I would eat. So I don't know what your problem is, Scruffy. You're getting human. I don't think it's technically not human food, but I think it's human food. You should appreciate that. So that's another risk if I do extend this project and eventually have to buy my own cat food. I'm going to be inclined to buy the cheapest stuff I can find, which means buying in bulk. And so there's a risk I end up buying something he doesn't like or throws up. Hey, Scruffy. So I'm going to let you have a few bites before I try to brush you. And how's he looking? Kind of scruffy looking today. You need a good comb. So yeah, he doesn't seem very attracted to the food today. So yeah, they look like shredded pieces of chicken, so it's not like really gooey like the other cat food. So I think I need the balls in there so he doesn't eat it too fast. But I don't know, it seems like he's having a hard time. Or maybe he just likes the gravy. I know he was looking the gravy of the other stuff. Okay, so here I'm slurping. I'll pull the plate a little bit back. So he ran off. So yeah, he was pulling the plate as he was eating, trying to steal it. So I don't know, maybe I need to put my feet closer to it so it doesn't move. Of course, the way he pulled it, I don't think that would help. So now I probably just scared him more. But let's try that. You're such a picky cat. I don't know what's wrong with you, Scruffy. You're a feral cat. You don't have a lot of options, but you certainly act like it. So, I'm going to get ready to brush him. Okay, I tried to brush him very lightly there, and he reacted. So, if he wants to sniff it, that's fine. It smells like him because it has all his hair on it. He's tangled. Considering how tangled he was, he tolerated that pretty well. So I think I got, at least on this side, I think I got the worst of it out. I saw something, I think my finger was obstructing the camera, so I was trying to re-grip it there. Okay, so I'm trying to get more of a center now. He's tangled. Okay, so that's not so bad now. So getting his right side, it's going to be hard since my hand is on his left side. So let's see if I can do this. Hissed. That's the first time I think he hissed at me. No, he has. With respect to the combing, yeah, I think he hissed once at me before. But that was the worst hiss he's done. It's a little tangled here. Okay, so he's not so tangled now. So the brush, I think, got rid of most of the knots. See if I can get his leg. So I'm trying to do his back now, maybe his tail. And then at a certain point I'm going to flip the brush over and use the other side of it. So, yeah, I'm doing his tail. Oh, he was tucking in his tail a little bit as I started combing it, so I can't really get his tail much anymore. Nope, he didn't like that. So yeah, he's doing his tail again. But yeah, I'm going to roll the brush over now. Try to use the other side. So I think he's eaten about half of the food. So let's see if I can... Probably should pull the ball out, but I think I have to let go of the brush in order to do that. And I'd rather have him just roll the ball if he can. So yeah, he's kind of more finicky tonight. I wasn't sure what to expect since he didn't come, but once he started eating, I was hopeful he'd get into it. But I mean, yes, I brushed him and got the knots out, but yeah, he hissed at me, and yeah, he didn't finish his food, and he only has half the food in here. So yeah, he's more skittish tonight. You should be more grateful, Scruffy. My neighbors sacrificed their food for you. My neighbors also lent to me their consumer report back issues because I was hoping to find stuff on furnaces and air conditionings. So yeah, I think he might be responding to this side of the brush a little more. It's the softer side, so. So I'm not sure what set him off there. Okay, so I think I'm just going to brush him now just for the sake of brushing him. Just so he gets socialized. Not care so much about the hair. Yeah, he's skittish tonight. So I'll keep doing that. I'm going to keep cutting the food. So I'm trying to pet him a little bit with the glove while I'm brushing him. So it's also a little bit of glove or finger action. I'm going to pull the plate back a little bit. Yeah, he hates it when I do that. So I think I'm going to pull out one of the balls. So I can do this with my finger. Yay, didn't drop the brush. Oh, one thing I probably should have done was use the Fell-Away pheromone spray on the glove since I had washed it in the washer. So it doesn't have the spray on it anymore. And then, I don't know, maybe I should have put another spray on the brush since it's probably worn off by now. Probably should clean the brush too. It's really cold. I don't know how much patience I have tonight. I want him to finish his meal, especially since I'm not giving him as big of a portion. So I saved the Fancy Feast to try one of the new cans, so we can try that another night. So yeah, I don't know, maybe it was a common thing with high quality cat food. It doesn't actually taste that good. It tastes too much like human food. Because when I opened up the the Fancy Feast type cat food, I think it smells horrible. But this fancy cat food, it's like, wow, that smells like stuff I normally eat. And so he didn't, come running to the door when I put the bowl out. So yeah, I don't think he was enticed by the smell. Because I think because when I brought out the rotisserie chicken the other night, he didn't seem that interested into it. I think he was more interested in the Fancy Feast. They're too picky. Keep being picky like that, I'm gonna let you starve. Because I'm cold. My hands already went numb. So I'm like thinking I don't want to be out here much more. So I have a electric, one of those parabolic heat dishes. So basically, you can point the heater in a direction, and it beams heat in that direction. I was thinking I might try bringing it out here and pointing it into the carrier, and then I'll put food in the carrier, and then because the carrier is warm, he might notice, and then maybe after he's done with his meal, say, hey, it's warm in here, maybe I shouldn't leave, and maybe he'll appreciate the carrier. I don't know. I think it's actually supposed to get colder this next week, so I think it's going to get into the 30s again. When that happens, maybe that'd be the ideal time to try that. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to wait, Scruffy. I'm being really patient tonight, I think. But yeah, the other hopeful advantage of giving him less food is maybe he'll eat it faster. Because I'm kind of tired of these hour plus long videos of him, I'd say eating, but it's more like him not eating. Yep, I got rid of one of the balls for you. Ain't I nice? And you let me kill him. That's awesome. Again, one of the downsides to the parabolic heat dish is I don't think it's rated for outdoor use, and so I'm worried I might electrocute myself because heaters in general use a lot of electricity, so you have to be very careful about them. Also, yeah, I'm not thrilled about the power consumption. Already wasting too much money on you. Ridiculous cat. And yeah, I don't think I've actually tried any high power electrical devices out here. They've all been generally lower power devices. I think the highest power thing I've used is a pressure cooker. And then we use power, just kind of ramping up. And then they level off after they get pressure. Basically turn into kind of a slow cooker type thing. So when I cook really smelly things in the crock pot, or when it's really hot and I don't want to heat up the house, I'll bring the cooker out here. So he finished his plate. So I guess that's it. Good job, Scruffy. You finished your meal. So maybe he wants water now. So I moved the chair a little further back to about where we normally are, so I'm not as close. So he should be a little less terrified. And yeah, he's, I think, getting more used to the carrier, at least as a... It's okay to go in there to get some food or water. I wish he'd get used to it as a, oh, this is warm, I'll stay here. So, we'll see. I'll try the heater maybe. I'll need to think about if there's a slightly safer way I can put it on the ground without worrying about electrocution or fire. What was that? I heard him make a noise. I wasn't watching him at the time. Did he insult me? Cat equivalent to give me the bird. I'll have to review that footage because I'm curious. What did he just do? So yeah, he's keeping his distance from me, so he's behind the table now. So yeah, it's kind of hoping we have more progress by now, especially gone through all the wet cat food and Been brushing him a couple times now, and oh, he's coming back. Okay. I think he's looking to check his dish. I won't brush him because there's no food in there. Unless you want me to brush you. So I'll give him a moment. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, the moment he figures out he has no food, he's going to back off. Now, if he stayed there, then I might try to brush him. I'm blinking. He's looking directly at me. So I'm not sure how he approves of my brush job of him. But yeah, he's been grooming his legs and tail, so not so much his back, so maybe he approves. I didn't smear baby food on his back this time. We drop a piece of chicken. So we are about 28 minutes now. I guess this is probably a good time to call it quits. So I'm going to put the brush down slowly here. And he ran off. Okay, so I guess there's a good place as any to stop it. So thanks again for joining me, and I guess we'll try this again probably tomorrow night. I think the lunch feedings are probably going to go away at this point. Maybe if he shows up sitting here or something, I'll do it, but yeah, we'll see. So anyway, again, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.